Hi guys, welcome back for another video. Today I am going to talk about struggles after being a young mom and how I overcome them or how you can overcome them. However you can relate to this video would make me feel like I have lived my life to the fullest. And this video will not be done by myself. I'll be doing a collab with Ashley of Ashley's Bringing Family In. I'll have her link down below. She is a mother of 4 girls, and when I first started watching her, I was like, you have 4 girls? I know it must be hard because girls are hard in general. I mean, all you girls who are watching, you know that it's hard to take care of us, and she just does it. And the reason why I asked her to do this collab with me, because I want to know, you know, what struggles does she have to go through, maybe being a mother of 4 girls, no boys besides her husband Derek, who is Filipino, just so you know, and versus a mother like me who only has 2 kids but had 2 kids at the same time. And we just want to let you guys know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Motherhood is amazing, but there are some struggles that we all can get through. Let's get started with this video. So, struggles of being a young mother. My very first one, I am not being taken seriously. I've had that even when I was pregnant and even after pregnancy. There would just be some remarks from other people, and not only are the remarks like, oh, you're not a mother, you look young. It's just anytime I say, oh, I can do something, like, oh no, it's okay, like, we'll have somebody who's more experienced, or you don't know how to do it because, you know, you're a mother, and whatever the case may be. But one that I get a lot is not the same along these lines, but it's very similar. I went to Walmart by myself without the kids or without Luis, looking for a summer hat for Lucy, and there was a mother over there, a cart full of kids, a newborn, and I was looking, we were looking the same area, and then she looks at me and she goes, this is not for you, is it? Because you don't look like you have kids. And I said, no, this is for my daughter. I am a mother of 2. And she's like, how old are you? Honestly, I don't always tell my age. I usually just say I'm old enough. Sometimes it's a good thing. When you hit a certain age, you looking young is always a good thing. But when you're a mother trying to, you know, be mature about being a young mom and putting yourself on hold, it's just you try to be that mature mom, and some people don't see that. But how I overcome comments like this, looks, gestures, or just, I don't know, remarks, is I turn them around into something positive. And not all the time. Sometimes I complain to Luis, like, did you see that? Just because I'm a mom, she talked to me this way, like she talked down to me. And I constantly have to put in my mind that I know that God has a plan for me. There's a reason why he gave me 2 kids at once at such a young age. And besides the fact that Luis and I, you know, wanted to have kids at a young age, but having 2 at once is a different story. His plan for my life is not done yet. The book is not already written. It just keeps going. It's an everyday struggle that I have to go through with people not taking me seriously, that I have to, not that I have to show them, but I care more about being the best mom I can be for my kids. The second one I always have a hard time with is relating to my friends or to my family. I was so used to being very careless in college. Let's do this and let's do that. And I remember having these future talks with my college friends. Oh, I wonder who I'm going to marry, you know, how many kids we're gonna have, how our wedding is like. And then when I got to that point, it's like I feel like your friends kind of just leave because, like, oh, she's married, she has kids, you know, let's move on to someone who can relate to us more. I'm just at a different stage in life than a lot of my friends, which is okay. It's really not a bad thing, but it's really hard to have that one-on-one when I'm struggling with like a mommy thing and talking to someone to a friend who isn't a mom, and it's just like, they're like, Sure, I have a dog. To overcome this, I choose to be that light for them. You know, someday my friends will want to get married, will want to have kids, and sometimes, actually a lot of the times, they ask me for advice and say, you know, when you had kids, what did you do with sleeping schedule, or how did you feed them, or I want to have kids in the future, and or how do I get pregnant, or what, something like that. And so I turn that struggle into very positive, as to I like to bless, that I want God to use me in this struggle to bless other people. And the third one would have to be that it was a life, being a young mom, or being a mom in general, was a life-changing and putting myself on hold moment. I always thought that right out of college I was going to live in a big city like New York, be a fancy designer, and live in a penthouse suite, and have all this money, and have my career, and this and that, and travel, and it's just, you know that we are far from that at the moment. To overcome this, now that I think about it, I never knew that putting myself last and putting someone before me and taking care of somebody and serving somebody could just make me the happiest person on earth, and let alone being the happiest mother on earth, taking care of my family and my twins. It really is. I'm happy that I'm not like being selfish and wanting this and wanting the world and wanting what other people have and wanting what this person has. I have to admit, I can be very on and off about this, because it is a struggle that, you know, me just wanting sometimes my old self back. I reflect on how my life looks now with my kids. You know, am I struggling, or are we poor? And the answer is always no. So it's like, why, you know, why would I ever trade my life now to be rich or famous or successful? It just seems to me, you know, how I think about life now, it just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't go together. It's not the Nutella and banana sandwich that I want. It just doesn't taste good anymore. Well, I know that God has a plan for me, that my dreams are still out there. It's just He has given me a different route to get to that success, and actually it's the selfless route to get to my dream goals. And the fourth struggle is kind of like the third, but I crave a lot, and sometimes I find myself kind of getting jealous, like, oh, my friend who waited to get married and who waited to have kids, they're traveling and they're going places that I've always wanted to see. They're going to London, they're going on vacation, they're buying this, they're buying that. And not gonna lie, sometimes I'm just like, oh, I wonder what it's like to do that. I wonder what it's like to have this. That just falls under a lot of envy and jealousy, and I know those things are not from God. Come those cravings and those like jealousy and wanting what my neighbor has. I have to constantly keep listening to the Holy Spirit, listening to my conscience, and believe it or not, we all have one. I have to constantly listen to it, because if I don't, I'm always asking myself, what would it be like if we waited to have kids? And just the thought of not having Mique and Lucy together at the same time devastates me, because there is no Mique without Lucy, there is no Lucy without Mique, and there is no me without Mique and Lucy. So to constantly listen and listen and listen and reflect on your life, on what you have now, and just be thankful, is how I try to overcome this. And I am constantly in prayer to ask God to keep my mind and my eyes off of the enticing world, and keep my eyes on God and my family. And the last one I have, being a young mother, is I find that I get angry and frustrated a lot. It is just so, being a mother of twins, it is hard. Being a mother in general, it really is hard, and I know that a lot of moms can relate to this. Doesn't matter how many kids you have. And sometimes when I'm just so angry, I tend to take it out on the kids, not in a very physical way, just could be, you know, not listening to their cry because I'm so frustrated, maybe just not responding to when they need me, or also just taking it out on Luis, you know, yelling and fighting with him, when the problem really isn't him. It's just things that I'm having to deal or struggle with. To overcome this, anger and frustration does not come from God. I constantly have to be in prayer. Instead of taking out my anger on the kids or on Luis, I constantly have to tell God, this is what I'm frustrated about. Please take it at this moment. Please take it at this moment before I do anything stupid or say anything stupid. And I constantly also have to trust that, because I know that God will not give me anything that I cannot handle. I know that, and I trust that. And then I also have to have faith, is to believe that something greater is about to happen after all of these struggles that I get every day. I also have to be prepared, because every single day is like a battlefield. And the devil will always put something in your way to make you stumble and to make you hate God, or, you know, hate life, or just not be happy, and just to not love or serve. And to be prepared, you also have to pray about wisdom, knowing that how to overcome these traps that are set before you. And it is really hard. It's a work in progress, but as you go on and you remember to pray and have faith and to trust and to be prepared, it will make life easier. And as struggles keep happening, because they do make you stronger, it won't be as surprising, you know. It will just be something that you're used to, and you will learn to get through it a lot easier than you would before. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little video, or that little inspirational video that I have for you guys. Those are honestly my top 5 things that I struggle with even today. And it is hard, not gonna lie, but constantly thinking about the things that I just told you on how to overcome these, I know that somebody out there, whoever is watching, will relate and will, you know, find this a blessing, because the things that come to us from God are blessings, whether they are struggles or whether they are good. They just make you a better person. So please do not forget to check out Ashley's video. Her link will be down below. Don't forget to subscribe to her, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will try to put out more motherhood inspirational talks, or whatever you guys request. Just leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! La, 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 da, 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 like a big pizza pie. That's the motor.